Booster is given after a primary series vaccination to enhance or restore protection against COVID-19,
like
which wanes over time. Boosters are recommended for people 5 years and older. Schedule a booster appointment as soon as eligible. You can even make the appointment on your phone, as long as it's charged. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Coming up on KCBS, one of the world's biggest movie theater chains facing some tough times financially. We're going to take a look at what that could mean for the industry and for you coming up in 5 minutes. Right now it's sports time and Ted Ramey's here.
In what was likely the penultimate performance of her career, Serena Williams lost in straight sets in the first round of the Western and Southern Open, but the fans showed her nothing but love and appreciation.
Last year, one unforced error. She was incredible the way in which tactically she this evening. Serena Williams leaving the court, waving to the crowd.
The audio courtesy of the WTA. Williams did not speak after the loss, not wanting to steal any of the limelight from 19-year-old Emma Raducanu, who she lost to, but Raducanu was still clearly thinking about the moments after the win.
I don't think it has fully sunk in, and I kind of know that these experiences don't fully really sink in. Yeah, especially tonight, like I kind of just came off court to do my press, so time to really be with the team and stuff and relish the moment. But of course, playing Serena, she's such a legend. I think it was amazing just to share the court with her.
Now just one tournament left for Serena, the U.S. Open, which begins on August 29th. At the Sports Desk, Ted Ramey, KCBS.
Summer's in full swing. Are you making the most of it with backyard barbecues, pool parties, and s'mores by the fire pit? Or have you spent another season staring at the same crumbling patio or cracked driveway? You deserve better. The outdoor remodeling experts at System get the outdoor space you've always wanted. And for a limited time, System Pavers will demolish and remove your old hardscape for free. This unbeatable offer can save you hundreds or even thousands. Start by calling 800-PAVE-004 or visit SystemPavers.com. Plus, enjoy special financing to get the ball rolling today. With 30 years of experience and more than 75,000 projects completed, System Pavers delivers more than just beautiful outdoor remodels. You get peace of mind knowing the job's done right. Call System Pavers at 800-PAVE-004 today. That's 800-PAVE-004 or visit SystemPavers.com right now.
All orders must be placed by August 31st. Financing subject to credit approval. See website for full offer and demolition savings details. Contractor's license 661575.
When you're locked up for a violent crime, how do you come to terms with the harm you've caused, and what will stop you from doing it again?
You didn't kill the person physically, but you killed her soul.
KCBS reporter Kathy Novak joined me inside Soledad State Prison Monday morning right here on the Bay Area's #1 news station, KCBS, and streaming live on the Odyssey app.
Have you been in a car accident? Sheldon Auto Body is 15 convenient Bay Area locations to help restore your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Sheldon Auto Body is also actively hiring for all positions. For more details, head to SheldonAutoBody.com. The Bay Area's leader in collision repair.
318 at KCBS traffic. Before we get to the forecast, let's get back out to the roads. Here's Shane.
All right, great news right now on that car fire in Fremont, 880 northbound, right there at Alvarado Boulevard for quite some time. The fire department had 2 right lanes blocked. They finally cleaned up all the remnants of that car fire. All lanes are open again. You're still pretty much out of crawl, though, unfortunately, from before you even get to Thornton Avenue. Now let's go over to Oakland, where we still have the right lane blocked on this accident, 880 northbound. This is just after Oak Street. Right lane is blocked, but at least 4 of these cars. You're looking at a lot of slow traffic as you're approaching High Street. Now I want to take you back over to San Francisco, where we still have delays. Cycle crash. This is going to be 101 southbound just after 3rd Street. Now originally it was taking up the middle lanes. They were able to push over the car and the motorcycle to the right hand shoulder. So you're looking at some slow traffic as you're approaching 3rd Street. Your next update at 328 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Forecast looks nice, a little warmer by Monday, but slight cool down tomorrow. See into the 70s, 80s, and lower 90s. The clouds are going to return to the coast Tuesday through the end of the week. Temperature is nice, 70s to 80s, near the Bay, upper 80s to mid-90s. Inland tonight we'll have some clouds and fog around the beaches. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on KCBS. Regal Cinemas, the world's second largest chain of movie theaters, is facing some serious financial woes as its parent company, Cineworld Group, saw stock crash by 60%. It is now planning to file for bankruptcy. More on this, we're joined on the Central Newsline by Robert Thompson, professor of television, radio, and film at Syracuse University. Professor, to have on Regal?
Well, it's a reorganization, so it's not like you're going to go to your Regal Theater next week and it's going to be closed down. They're not closing at this point. As a matter of fact, Regal, in its previous, before it was acquired by its current owner, filed for Chapter 11 back in 2001, I think it was. Cineworld acquired them a couple of years ago, I think it was December of 2017, for a lot of money with the expectation of growth, and then of course COVID came along a couple of years later, so this was not good timing for them. But I don't think immediately we're going to see
had nearly $3 billion in 2020 and then about $566 million last year. How do you recover that type of money, even if you hike the price of tickets by a couple of bucks in concessions?
Yeah. And part of it could be a closing on certain days when not as many people go see movies, restricting hours. That's often the way that these things are, at least initially, dealt with. If we'd have heard this, the fact that, and let's face it, that ticket sales are not places where they were before yet. So there's still a crisis going on in the future of. But it got closer to normal than a lot of people were expecting it to be. So I could have been, the timing could have been even worse than it is.
And you're right, we've seen a number of blockbusters this summer. I mean, Top Gun, Maverick, Doctor Strange, among others. But do you think people have just gotten, I guess, more comfortable streaming from home and they don't mind waiting 90 days until a movie comes to Netflix? Or
well, I think a lot of people have. And that was happening even before COVID, but COVID accelerated it where I think the price theater in a darkened room and everything is a price some people are willing to pay for the convenience of seeing it streaming. On the other hand, I think this past summer did indicate that there's still some life left in theatrical releases. I've always said if the theater could survive television, which it did, it was never the same after TV was introduced, but it came and it's still going strong. If movies could survive TV, they're probably going to survive COVID.
You don't think they'll go the way of the bookstore?
Yeah, I don't think so. Even in the way of the bookstore. Now we're seeing, independent bookstores having a little bit of a rally now. So, again, far be it from anyone to predict anything in a 5-year that we may have movies beamed directly into our cerebral cortex in the next day.
Yeah. I don't know if it was maybe a decade ago when the big thing seemed to be the chairs and the luxury recliners that they were introducing. And now you're seeing more theaters offering supplement service, catering service to your chairs. Is there anything else that they can do you think, to attract more consumers, more customers?
Well, for one thing, I think we are going to see more of that. We've already seen some of the seats that you get ahead of time released that way. Extra premium prices for certain big releases. I think that kind of thing we will see continue. You point out the luxury seats and the food service and all the rest of it. I suppose that really actually had, plate giveaways, sing-alongs, and for that matter, if you go really far back, had live entertainment on the stage between films. That, on the other hand, would be kind of hard to deal with. But the idea that going to the movies is going to have some type of added value. Now that people have realized that it's so much easier to just watch them streaming.
Yeah, and a lot less expensive, too. Professor, always good talking with you, getting your insight, too. That is Robert Thompson, professor of television, radio.
Managed to point out the holes in our supply and demand system when chips needed for everything from cars to appliances, even weapon systems became scarce.
We've become relying on a Chinese-only manufacturing base, or Chinese-dominated manufacturing base, and that allows for no hiccups.
Brandon Daniels, the CEO of Exiger, a business consulting firm that focuses on supply risk, says the infusion of federal money
money into the semiconductor sectors have been producing results because the big chip-making companies are planning to do some of that work in the U.S.
Our cost demands to make things cheaper and cheaper led us down a path that's basically intolerable, and we've got to walk our way.
Than just chips.
When it comes to baby formula, when it comes to N95 mask, when it comes to the magnets, your F-35 jets, we have to take a different approach.
He says globalization never meant that one country could dominate manufacturing. Joe Doniger, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
In order for businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $30 a month, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest cable network for small businesses, with a company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 9/21/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabit per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and autopay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. Regular rates apply.
Shouldn't you breathe clean air all day, every day? Help protect yourself with IQ Air's Health Pro Plus Air Purifier, the #1 large room air purification. These Swiss-made air purifiers were chosen by the Hong Kong Hospital Authority, not only for SARS-CoV-1, but also SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. Using patented, industry-leading hyper-HEPA filtration, the Health Pro Plus captures particles down to 0.003 microns, the smallest that exists. Promo code KCBS5 and save 5% on your Autumn or Health Pro Plus air purifier. Visit IQAir.com/US or call 888-6202. That's IQAir.com/US or call 888-409-6202. Help protect your loved ones and get the healthy indoor air that you deserve today.
Hey, fans, we've got a great deal for you. Get 4 tickets and parking for all Friday night games starting at just $39. Great matchups, team fireworks and drone shows, giveaways, and more. Grab the crew and head to the Coliseum with friends and family any Friday night this season. 4 tickets and parking starting at just $39 for the whole group. Tickets are available at athletics.com. That's athletics.com.
I'm a talking gopher. Here to encourage you to buy insurance, because you should always listen to the advice of spokes animals. After all, who knows?
By AAA Insurance for a special offer. Buy a new AAA auto and or home insurance policy. Enjoy up to $376 in savings and get a $100 gift card with purchase. With savings like that, who doesn't need spokes animals? AAA. Outsmart life. The gift card offer is valid on qualifying policies in California only. Visit AAA.com/promo for terms.
328 today at KCBS. We're going to head to the Santa Cruz Mountains for this check of traffic machine.
Okay, we got a really serious motorcycle wreck right now if you're traveling on 17 northbound. Before you get to Madrone, he seems to be nobody has arrived on scene. What we do know is a good Samaritan in a black SUV is he turned his car sideways there, so he's blocking all lanes so no traffic can get through at this moment. Waiting for a fire department and anybody else to help out with this rider. So you're looking at a lot of stop traffic, unfortunately, from even before you get to Summit Road. So if you don't have to travel through the Santa Cruz Mountains, I suggest you just avoid it for the time being. If you're leaving out of Los Gatos 17 southbound, you're going to run into pockets of slow traffic from Highway 85 all the way down to Summit Road. Now let's go back over to San Francisco right now. It's another just after 3rd Street. Now this motorcycle accident has the 2 right lanes blocked. Traffic is quick as you're approaching 280. Your next update's at 3:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Well, it looks like the triple-digit days we've been seeing inland are adding up. Most interior Northern California communities already exceeding their entire annual average of 100-plus. Sacramento, Red Bluff, Redding, Modesto, Stockton as well. It's going to be warm next week, but we'll have a little bit of a cool down tomorrow with temperatures dipping into the, it looks like most areas, into the 70s around the Bay, low 90s. And tonight we can expect some fog lows in the 50s and upper 60s.